But I think had you asked me that very same question 2 years ago, I'd have given you a very different answer, because I think I would have said we would probably have seen the beginnings of a blended approach and maybe a slight move towards the use of technology. But obviously that has all been accelerated. So I think that's the biggest thing we're going to see. We're going to see an increasing or a greater role for technology in teaching. We're going to see a greater emphasis on a blended approach. Now, I think one thing we have learned in the last 18 months is that going fully remote is not what we want. It's not good for the students. It's not good for their learning, for their social skills, for their college experience. But I do think a blended approach is what we're going to see, because with a blended approach, you increase equity and accessibility. And obviously that's a huge thing to open up higher education to as many people as possible. And I think what we're going to see as well is greater flexibility, where students are almost tailoring their own courses. They're able to mix and match, because we have a certain amount of that already in Maynooth, and it's very, very successful, where students are identifying the path that they want to take.
I think there'll be a more blended approach with a mix of face-to-face and technology-assisted learning. I think teaching and learning will be more student-centred and more self-directed as students become more specific about their own learning needs. And finally, I think the age profile of our students will continue to change as more people return to learning throughout their careers, or indeed change careers. I think higher education will no longer be seen as a transitionary stage between school and work, but rather an ongoing resource that we draw on throughout our lives.